Operation GCD with an Appalachian grin. Adventures and shenanigans, we're diving right in.
Howdy, folks. Your host, Double J, back here, coming at you live. Stay dangerous, America. Welcome back here, folks, to the interwebs. Your host of Operation GCD right here, JJ Vance. Not, I repeat, not the vice president, part-time vampire hunter. Welcome back here, folks, to the interwebs. Once again, for shenanigan, I will be your pilot and navigator for tonight's shenanigan-infused journey here into the mind of this here particular garbage can dude. And folks of the interwebs, I'm not going to lie to you, got a real barn burner here on deck for y'all tonight. An occult and or esoteric review of the 1988 cinematic shit show, Caddyshack 2, which purports to be some sort of sequel to the original Caddyshack, but basically in name only, and seemingly is a tale about a gopher and with some weird social commentary intermingled amongst there. But another moment of high weirdness there in regards to tonight's film review is it's eerily similar to the second Trump assassination attempt, the one there at Mar-a-Lago with that Ryan Ruth character, which it's an odd event because it certainly seems to have some Jeffrey Epstein connections that no one wants to talk about. But anyhow, folks of the interwebs, thank you all for joining me here tonight to get a little GCD here on these matters. And like I said, I got a real barn burner on deck. Phil Z, how you doing, sir? Welcome back to Operation GCD, sir, for your very first time.
Thank you. Good to be here. How you doing, JJ?
Doing well, sir. We got ourselves a Kenny Loggins special here tonight.
Yes, wouldn't have it any other way.
He was a man making a lot of soundtracks, infamous soundtracks of the 80s. I wonder what he's up to today.
Yeah, right. I mean, between both Caddyshack, Footloose, and Top Gun, I mean, the man was
sure.
The man was the soundtrack of the 80s. Can't go wrong with that.
I mean, it's almost up there with Axel F. It's either a Kenny Loggins tune of one of those varieties or Axel F. You know, I feel like those are the soundtracks of the 80s.
100%. That was what was it? Harold Faltermeyer who did Fletch. He did the
there you go, sir. He did.
So
yeah, if you weren't getting one of those two, you're out of luck on soundtracks in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, or Patrick Swayze. I mean, if you want to go wild card.
Sure. Oh, is it happy birthday, Phil? Got a happy birthday message for you.
They were 6 months off, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
I like the trend of wishing. I routinely insert that in Clint Eastwood's chat. Welcome back to Operation GCD, sir, for your very first time, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
How you doing, my good Clint?
Pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it, even though it didn't make any sense. Really,
it's goofy as shit. It doesn't make a lot of sense, dude, for sure. I agree with you on both of those accounts.
Yeah, it kind of had the message of like, don't push the lower class dude down, or he'll buy your golf course and turn it into a funny golf course.
Yeah, a fucking circus, right? With Randy Quaid doing fucking. Working the 18th hole, dude, on your ice-free golf course. It's some wild shit, dude. It's some wild shit for sure. And speaking of wild shit, a man known for a lot of wild shit here. Oh, my bad. That's not Jonah. That's Todd. I clicked on the wrong one. Welcome back to Operation GCD, sir, for the very first time.
That's all right. I am known for some pretty wild shit sometimes. I wake up and go, what did I say? Oh, shit. No, it's fantastic to be back. I love doing these movie reviews. It's such a fun time and learn so much, especially if you go dive into them, you'll go research into these. You're like, whoa, look at all the garbage associated with these things.
For sure, dude. It's interesting to unpack these because they do, movies. I mean, all these films to some degree seem to leave a stamp on our society, be it pop culture or some other kind of monkey see, monkey do kind of impact.
Like bad music taste of Kenny Loggins, and whole generation of people that have no music taste.
Yeah, I often wonder what made him so popular. I think it's just them hiring for music scores. If it wasn't for the movie success, like would anyone listen to his music?
He was with Loggins and Messina in the mid '70s and had some huge hits. The female him and a female worked out really well. They had some really cool stuff, and they played all the time for a short period. But he went over into total pop industrial music. I mean, real
That
fast.
paycheck.
Caddyshack, I think.
Went the Randy Newman route.
Yeah, who didn't last long. Maybe Randy Newman didn't last long making. I'm not sure.
Randy Newman.
Randy, dude, he does some classics, dude. Major League, dude. He's got that Major League theme song. He does all the Toy Story stuff.
Toy Story.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
These
But
great
it-
grandkids are going to love off that money.
His
for
big
sure.
hit, breakout hit, was in Cars, right? In
I
Cars.
think that's a different Newman.
That's a different Newman.
Yeah.
1977.
That's N-E-U-W. Not to be confused with
Okay.
I Love L.A. Randy Newman.
Yeah. Yep.
I love Jonah. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back to our Troublemaker Jonah, Operation GCD for your very first time. Are you there? Uh-oh, he may have been subjected to a grizzly bear attack or a maple
I think he's still
syrup-related
stuck in.
incident.
I think he's still stuck in the outhouse, according to some of the messages I recently.
He's holding a huge. He's holding a huge bong rip, gentlemen. Give him one more. Give him 10 more seconds. Yeah. No.
I don't know.
He don't even smoke.
The better
Jimmy
than Barry,
Loggins.
yeah. What's not better than Barry Manilow? When he came out a couple years ago and said he was a gay man, I'm like, did anyone question that?
Yeah, really. Surprise! I'm gay. Like Richard Simmons. Great coming.
Announcement:
Hey,
water
hi.
is wet. Barry Manilow is a gay man. You know what I mean? I guess he thought it. No one knew that. It'd be like if Richard Simmons, like somewhere, he like wrote a note with his weird death. You know, that's his whole situation. His whole life is weird, if you ask me. But it's like, you know, I think he maintained that he was a straight man, which, like, come on, really? David Letterman used to roast him.
I'm straight, everyone.
Yeah. Well, it's like Liberace going out on Carson asking him if he's got any ladies in his life. Are you serious, dude? Look at the guy.
Barry Manilow. I mean, who's another one? Richard Simmons, Rip Taylor. I mean,
Rip
color me
Taylor,
shocked.
right? There's a whole class of these, you know,
Questionable.
they always play
Which
this
sex
game
are
of
they?
sexuality like they weren't homosexual men, but it's kind of obvious.
Next, you're gonna say Nathan Lane and Sean Hayes are, you know, not
Right.
straight guys. I mean, come on, what are we doing here?
Elton John.
Yeah.
Elton John, dude.
Elton John.
Totally straight, that Elton John. Well, I did think there was
No
a lot
doubt.
of interesting commentary in this film. Well, calling it a sequel to Caddyshack seems like a stretch to me, though. I did enjoy all elements of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so bad. You almost forgot it was connected with Caddyshack.
Right?
This was fun.
The only connection is the name of the golf club, right? And the Chevy Chase character.
Hey. This movie is fucking shit, but last Friday on Fridays, he told me that we were going to watch fucking Hot Tub Time Machine, so I watched that. And then the chat that we have going, it's like, oh, Caddyshack 2. Oh my god. So I tried to watch it 3 fucking times. I didn't make more than 20 goddamn fucking minutes on this shit movie. But I'm here to talk
Oh,
shit.
you got a Freddy got fingered moment. I got you. What was your Freddy got fingered moment?
Man, when they spill that Chernobyl on the fucking hot tub and then it fucking spins up, man, I'm all for those fucking illegal in the USA energy drinks. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, oh wait, shit, wrong movie. That's next week. I mean, I can't hold it against you.
I gave you the Hot Tub Time Machine fake out, sir.
I can't hold it against you. We did give you like the longest show of your fucking lifetime. So I mean, you might have been a little tired past your bedtime, Mr. Chair Force over here.
Keeping it real, sir. Keeping it real, Chair Force style. What was your favorite part of the movie then? If you didn't make it 20 minutes in, I guess you didn't get to the circus that ensues in the latter half of the film.
I mean, I think I knew, but I completely forgot that China Phillips was in this, and then she fucked John
China
Phillips on camera.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, she just fucked him on camera. Sorry, that's just her
you
personal life.
definitely missed this part. And this is some full on Quaid right here. Oh wait,
Actually, better to fast forward.
right.
Sure, big fat person.
I highly recommend this film at 1.5 speed.
Speaking of child, oh wait, no, never mind. That was just a guy from Unsolved Mysteries, not America's Most Wanted. My bad.
Well, what a weird casting choice, though, right? Robert Stack wasn't really known for his acting bits at that point in time in his career, right? Like, I don't know. I thought that was an odd choice.
I gotta ask, who was the country club owner in the first one? The name of the guy, I can't place his name in the first Caddyshack. Ted Knight
was the
You know-
stuff in the first one. That was Judge
Robert Stack was no Ted Knight.
No,
Ted Knight was
no.
classic. In Caddyshack 1, that's one of the funniest roles he ever played.
I think
I thought.
they were trying to. So Robert Stack, I mean, obviously had done drama with like the Untouchables. This was in and around, because again, he wasn't the first host. Robert Stack wasn't the first host of Unsolved Mysteries. Raymond Burr, I think, did the pilot. But
Oh,
Robert
no shit.
Stack-
I didn't know that, dude. Perry Mason did?
Hey, wasn't he too busy
Robert-
kidnapping John Walsh's kid?
No,
I mean, wait,
Robert
John
Brown
Walsh did
Mysteries.
that.
Robert Stack was.
He's in
Robert Stack
Untouchables,
was
too.
in, Yep, and he was in Airplane. So and
Oh,
the whole
ton
thing
of
about
stuff.
Airplane
Shit, dude.
was
Yeah, you're seven whole episodes of Raymond Burr, huh?
Yep. Robert Stack, Leslie Nielsen, and Lloyd Bridges and Peter Graves. They were told to approach their role in Airplane completely serious. They were not.
Hey, who
told
are you
to play
calling Shirley? My name's Frank.
Yeah, I love those guys in that airplane.
Yeah, I mean Robert Stack isn't Ted Knight, but I thought Robert Stack was pretty good. I said, you know, like this is a movie that
Blackfoot Confederacy. He's one of fucking Clint's people.
I'm
You
not
gotta
saying
get
Robert
a
Stack.
honorary membership, dude.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not saying Robert Stack's not good. It was Ted Knight's pompous, petty kind of character that made the first one so funny. His horrible.
lightning in a bottle again, Todd. They were trying to hope for it, and it just didn't happen. Even though they said Harold Ramis, who's one of the co-writers of this movie, it was rewritten with. I don't even think they've attributed it, probably because it was a dumpster fire, how it turned out.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
you could not, because Caddyshack, the first one was based off of Bill Murray and his brothers. It was based off a club they caddied at when they were kids. But it was,
Yeah.
you know, you kind of had this sort of creative genius between the Murray brothers, Harold Ramis, and Doug Kenny, who was National Lampoon. That's what made that first one so good, along with the cast. The second one, it's like, okay, well, who's returning? Chevy Chase in basically a third, 5 minutes. I think a total of 5 minutes. That Chevy
yeah, he
Chase
doesn't
had
have much screen time.
I think
Yeah.
the Gopher might have gone over him in terms of screen time.
That's
And
what I'm saying,
everybody
dude. This is a
else
movie
too.
about a gopher. I appreciate that, sir. I think it is a movie
Hey,
about a
hey,
gopher.
hey.
Yeah,
It
just
was
mix
his-
some other things in between
It
it,
was
dude,
his hand up
including
the
a
Gopher's ass, though.
Randy.
Chevy
That's Randy
Chase-
Quaid's extra job on there. He was also the hand of Gopher's ass.
Now it
Dan
helps.
Aykroyd made a
It
bad
helps
call.
solidify Randy Quaid because it's classic Randy Quaid.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
this is full scale Quaid, dude. Full scale Quaid.
If you love nutball Randy Quaid, this was one of his great performances. Great.
Yeah, and outside of a few scenes with Silverman, I mean, he's not a major role in this either, really.
No,
I mean, well, that's what happened with the exception of what's his name, Michael O'Keefe in the first one. The caddies got sidelined. The caddies were supposed to have a bigger role in the first Caddyshack, but I think once Rodney Dangerfield and Chevy Chase and Bill Murray kind of became more prominent in the script, the other caddies in that first one got kind of the shaft. And in this one, yeah,
Right.
It's Jonathan Silverman and the black guy. I mean, his friend. I don't even know what his character's name was. It took me a little while to remember.
Exactly,
Jonathan
dude.
Silverman's
Token.
character's name was.
So you get Jackie Mason trying to do his best Dangerfield. You get kind of Dan Aykroyd coming in trying to do his best Bill Murray from the first one, but neither
Hey,
of them have been
Marshall
really
Warfield
play out
was
well, but
great,
it's
though.
kind
and
of-
complete and
it's funny in a
completely
ridiculous
failing.
sense.
Hey, Marshall Warfield was great, wasn't
Oh,
he?
yeah,
On
dude.
227.
No, she was Night Court.
I recognize his face. or
Nightcore,
something. I
you're
don't remember
fucking
why.
right. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I remember that
Right.
shit. But do you guys remember 227? Like the black
Oh,
comedy?
yeah,
that was like a
Jack A.
spin-off of fucking, wasn't it a spin-off of fucking Cosby, but then it didn't fucking, or am I remembering wrong? Because it was just on the same night as Cosby.
I don't know that show, sir. I do
T2
remember from Night Court. That's a legendary program.
Oh, she was
227 was
standalone.
standalone. 227 was a standalone, but that was with what's her name, Marla Gibbs, who was on The Jeffersons. She was
Moving on up.
maid. She was the maid on The Jeffersons. But yeah, 227 was a standalone show.
Yeah, and they had to hang out on the stoops in New York City, right?
Yep.
I mean, good old Hollywood, right? No stereotypes.
Keep the sets cheap. Yeah, keep the sets cheap.
She kind of brings in the DEI element to it, right?
Well, no. I mean, come on. She's fucking badass.
well, her character really doesn't. She's just representing this working class element. That's the narrative that's being spun around this tale of a love story of a gopher. And I do mean it's a love story of a gopher. They keep trying to destroy that gopher's home, and he's just trying to fall in love with this poodle he finds.
Wait. Are they talking about Artie Lang in the fucking chat? Is that who they mean?
I don't know, dude. I'm way behind on that. But the gopher stole the show like Dangerfield did.
Because Artie Lang is fucking great, bro.
Definitely. Give the gopher a Golden Globe.
Norm Macdonald. Or Artie Lang's Beer League.
Hilarious.
Oh, the comedian Artie Lang. Yep.
Beer League is a great movie. That is worth a.
Of course, you'd like it, fucking Strong Islander.
Is that about Long Island's beer league softball team or something?
Yeah, it's fucking the best, bro. Hey, black guy, send me up a poem.
Oh shit, Ralph the Karate Kid. Okay, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yep.
Artie Lang.
You got a little bit of The Sopranos in it. You got a couple characters from that. Jim Brewer has a cameo in that. I mean, it's that one's a funny movie. Well, and
hey, I was 35 years younger.
I think I was getting it conflated with the one with Napoleon Dynamite.
No, dude. You got to let me finish the joke. He's like, no, I can give your mom the money for the abortion, so I won't have to deal with you today.
Yikes. So there is this working class narrative, right? When we're introduced to the builder, the architect, right? Jackie Mason's character is gonna eventually buy Bushwood. The only connection between the first film and the second film is Bushwood and the brief appearance by Chevy Chase.
Well, sorry to interrupt. So with Rodney Dangerfield's character, Al Chervick, in the first one, he was involved in construction.
That's right.
So yeah, because one of the taglines I remember from the movie, the second one was, "It's the snobs versus the slobs." That was like that sort of that running tagline that they kind of went with, And I don't know if they really did it with the first one, but it was definitely expressed in the second one. Because you're talking blue collar versus white collar, which is really illustrated when Jackie Mason, after he gets when he's denied membership in the club, decides to buy them all at the auction and kind of show them what a hard day's work is and puts them to work.
Right, he does, Yeah, and they act like $500 at the time was like too much money for these millionaires to spend at the auction, right?
Yeah, which is kind of a joke too. I mean, at one point, no one can outbid him, and yet they're worth a shit ton of money. Like that didn't translate well. Like when Chandler Young, when Robert Stack goes 510, and then Jackie Mason outbids him for $1,000 to get his own wife, and then he's like, well, no. It shows that a lot of them
really worth $1,000 though.
Well. If it was Diane Cannon, the cousin, I'd go $1,000. You'd go $1,000 for that.
Yeah, which she's a random character they just throw in there for no reason, right? Like that's a coked out.
She's the sex appeal. She's the sex appeal.
Yeah, but out of nowhere, they're like, "Oh, here's this fitness trainer. She's going to come golfing with us." She's her cousin.
Well, no, she's their cousin. Well, so that was a very random placement. And it's meanwhile, like as I'm watching the movie, I'm like, when I was a kid, like first time I saw that movie, I was 8 years old. Diane Cannon was hot. I mean, and that was before I saw her on the Lakers. Every Lakers game, she was at courtside with Nicholson, I think, give or take.
Oh, that's interesting, because I was about to say she presents a Weldian social engineering format to this film, and I had no idea she was connected to Jack Nicholson. That makes a lot more sense now.
Well, do you know one of her first big movies was about like swingers? Bob, Carol, and Ted and Alice.
I did not know that. Let's take a look at that one. I didn't know.
That was Elliot Gould, Natalie Wood, and Robert Holt.
Oh.
So we could go with the Natalie Wood deep dive.
For sure. Yeah, I didn't know she was connected to Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood's death is very, very odd.
Yep.
A movie about 4 people sleeping together.
Yep. Pretty much.
Bob, Carol, Ted, and Alice, huh?
Good God.
Not every night, but they're all in my head.
Oh, Robert Cole,
It's like-
he's always creeped me out, dude. I've always found him creepy.
This matched up against Harold and Maude, basically. This is about the same exact year when Harold and Maude is coming
Yep,
out.
you're right. 1970, you're right, sir. This is
Yep.
69, so yeah, they're probably competing projects.
Yeah, they're social engineering, indeed.
Yeah, and I think I see that with her character in this film, and it's interesting. She's more deeply connected to some of these other strange elements of Hollywood. Go ahead, sir.
One thing I did pick up on this, on the 20 minutes I did watch before I fell asleep, well, fucking 3 times. The bitch makes China Phillips, after banging her dad. She's like, "Oh yeah, go run to get me a diet root beer, right?" And then
Yep.
he comes back. And he's like, "No, I'm not always going to be a caddy. I'm going to car wash school." Well, if you get down into the nitty gritty and the dirty with all the fucking, so this would have came out right at the time that Ronald Reagan had signed the Sovietization of the American schools, which is all documented.
This is at the tail end of the Reagan.
Yeah,
1988.
Who does the whole fucking thing about that conference. So I just thought when I saw that part that they're really pushing the Department of Education, which only just recently came through, and kind of fucking pushing the licensure of all these useless fucking trades that you don't need a licensure. Like, do you really need a fucking license to cut hair, motherfucker? Just get a pair of fucking scissors and cut fucking hair.
Well, technically, there's already been rulings in Supreme Court decisions here in the United States and in constitutional rights that you can't make laws that violate constitutional rights in America, but that happens every day, man. They
make these rulings. Yeah. They shut down the fucking American Bar Association. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why when you watch movies like Nothing But Trouble, you wonder if this isn't actually occurring all over the United States. These people like the judge there in their small towns having totally different laws that you're unaware of and you don't need to be told about.
I need to interrupt for a minute with the chat. Gerald Hall, I've had a few surgeries. I ain't going to no fucking barber to get a surgery. I'm just saying. I've had a couple surgeries in my life. I mean, everyone in chat.
I think you just need that blue stuff you put the comb in to be a barber.
There you go. You're looking for some of that blue stuff.
And I might let him do a surgery on me because Tim Bird's wild, bro. But that's a whole other story.
But we do get this old money versus new money narrative immediately around every circumstance, this blue collar and white collar, dichotomy throughout the whole film, starting with the introduction of Jackie Mason's character, who, looking back at this film, it seems like someone borrowed that Ryan Ruth assassination plot of Trump from the plot line of this film, and it does seem like this character.
No. Someone really took a shot at Trump this weekend, and the ABC and CBS were there to fucking film that shit.
That's a different story altogether, sir.
Yeah.
That's definitely a commentary, I think, in regards to all this, not only this old wealth versus new wealth, but all of this kind of eco-terrorism kind of aspects of building anything, I feel like.
Well, I mean, the opposite end of that, right? They mark shit to fucking, it's like a heritage building. At least here in Canada, they mark shit as a heritage building, so you can't fucking touch it. It's a fucking piece of shit.
Some sort of eco tag or heritage tag, right?
Yeah.
Or one of these houses that can't be, it has to stay in its original. You can buy it and remodel it, but you have to do it exactly like the time period, so no one will buy or remodel any of these things. These homes,
you can't even afford to do it either.
Historic homes.
You can't even afford to do
There's
it.
There's a lot of those.
Todd, you work in construction. Do you guys have to use like the materials of the time too, where fucking you can't even buy a real 2x12, so then you have to fucking go out and pay to get them milled?
Not necessarily that to that degree. That's horrible, but lots of problems getting. If let's just say wood doesn't all come the same width. So if you're a framer and something is precise, you might want to have an axe hammer on your belt so you can just chop off real quick what you need to get rid of. Because these boards nowadays are so warped and twisted. 20, 30 years ago, you could find a straight stick of wood that probably lasts you 20 or 30 years. Now, every piece of wood you see is all twisted and warped and bent, and cheap and weak and overpriced.
You go to Home Depot and you fucking take a fucking moisture meter to it, and it's fucking like 20% moisture. How the fuck you working with wood that's 20% moisture?
I don't know. I don't want to know about your mom's coochie.
Depends on where you're living. Yeah. So.
Bro, you already have my mom's coochie.
Clint shot fired.
You're fucking above that. I mean, that's the insult to you.
Shots fired.
You gotta roll her.
Like there is a deterioration of America just across the board, even down to the elements like you're describing, just substandard, building equipment.
Definitely. Cheapening everything, making it last. They got stuff now down to science where, like your phone and all this crap, wears out on exactly
I do this. I follow a number of building
date.
inspectors on they're on Twixters and whatnot, and they post some videos of building inspections, dude.
Oh,
it's some
there's
ridiculous
nothing more
shit, dude,
fucking
they
Hey, wait. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
a building inspector, so I know this guy, right? He lost his fucking hand in a foundry, and then he was on WSIB.
Sure, he wouldn't shot up by some lasers, dude.
No. He lost his hand in a foundry, and then he was on WSIB, and then they're like, "Hey, we can't just pay you to fucking be on like fucking WSIB for the rest of your life. So why don't you go to school and become a building inspector? Fucking one hand and never fucking worked into trades in his life yet. They're like, oh, we'll train you how to be a building inspector. Now he's a building inspector.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all idiots.
Did they ever find his hand?
I don't know.
It's in a jar on the shelf. Yeah. In a jar and formaldehyde on a shelf.
All right. I had a window in this house, and the building inspector was like, "Oh, the window is exactly to code," and he's like, "I don't know if it's okay." And I'm like, well, "What do you mean? It's exactly to code? You want me to replace the window? like it's to the specifications?
Like make a new window, dude. Do it. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Make a new window.
Dude,
You put a new window in that fucking asshole.
There's so much shit that is in the code that they can't even fucking inspect, unless they're there watching you while you're doing the job, like fucking." You know, the one that always fucking the vapor barrier layer on a fucking roof here in Canada, like they can't fucking inspect that shit. Like how they fucking they gotta pull up all the shingles and look underneath to see if it was laid down. Get the fuck out of here unless they're there watching you build it. But
well, they're taking a satellite image, Sean.
It's all money grab.
I'm just saying.
Anyway.
That's kind of what the plot line here was too, about a money grab, because they're talking about no income housing, right?
Ninja, no income, no job.
Sounds like a Democrat-run city. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because as Phil was just pointing out there in the chat, I appreciate that's right. I totally missed this aspect, but it fits right in with this whole old money, new money narrative in the film. Is that old lady we just saw there standing next to the fellow looks like Ted Turner for some reason, right? Why did they cast a guy like Ted Turner there as attorney?
Yeah, it does look like Ted Turner.
Right, he does, doesn't he?
I don't even know what Ted Turner looks like.
Dude, Ted Turner looks like the devil, dude.
Yeah, he was all over. His face was smattered all over the place back in the 80s, 90s. You know, they were putting him out there. Ted Turner Industries, Ted Turner Cable Program, Ted Turner News, all this garbage.
Oh, dude, he was everywhere. He bought the Braves.
He was everywhere.
He gave you guys.
Isn't it weird though? Like the Braves have lost one of the stars that he signed on the team after he took over after he bought it out. He died, and their infamous manager died, all like in the last month.
Dave Justice knows how to treat a woman.
Ted Turner was married to Jane Henley Fonda.
Yeah,
yes.
Dude.
Jane Fonda, who knew when to cash out on the AOL Time Warner deal. Only one who made money off it.
Jane Fonda's had kind of a blessed life, no matter what pile of shit she stepped in. She
Yeah, that
was the
looks
model
exciting.
for the anti-war movement. Even the communists were going, "You go, Jane Fonda, yes."
Yeah, she's pictured hanging out with the Koreans or something, or the Vietnamese.
So she's had quite the.
Vietnamese. Yep.
Fuck off, you guys fucking.
She's a
created the
cultural.
fucking-
She's a change
You guys
agent.
created the fucking
Jane
Viet
Fonda.
Cong
She was
anyway.
an
Fuck
agent,
off.
dude, right? I mean, getting her
She
into
was a
North Korea is
cultural.
like getting Tom Cruise into Tony Blair's officer. John Travolta. He used to visit Tony
Yeah.
Blair over there. On,
I mean-
It's like making Angelina Jolie ambassador to the United Nations.
yeah, Mangelina Jolie, indeed.
hey.
Correct.
Whoa, or humanitarian ambassador from the United Nations, whatever
Yeah, the
position she
humanitarian
is.
trans ambassador for the United Nations. So, but
I
so
mean,
the
you
Braves,
guys
it's just weird.
created
The
the
Braves
Viet
lost one
Cong.
of their stars underneath the Ted Turner empire with his Bob Horner. He lost his infamous manager Bobby Cox days after him, and he allegedly dies on May 6th. I just think it's odd that there's just all these.
There's your human
Brave.
sacrifices. Yeah.
Well,
His career should go
does look
fantastic.
exactly like this dude in the film, in my opinion. They're like, they cast that dude to look like Ted Turner, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks
Pretty much.
something like him, mustache.
Yeah, and he plays the attorney in the film because they start telling you how the world really works, right? I mean, that's pretty accurate. I think that's how the shit goes if they want to try to block a project.
Yeah.
Like that, right?
Probably a conversation they've had every day. Back then, they were having every day.
That's standard operating procedure right there, right? Oh, you don't want to deal with us? We're going to fuck you up in lawfare.
Yeah.
What I don't think they
Lawfare,
considered, though,
lawfare is
was,
like a mainstream word now. Back then, it was you never even heard of such thing. Almost, it was. What,
sure.
They didn't really highlight that.
For sure, and I think the proper
But
response
don't
was.
worry. Speaking of lawfare, can we talk about this bitch who fucking did a plea bargain where his own personal lawyer signed on behalf of the government with his fucking IRS that they can never investigate his fucking corrupt as fuck family, but Todd's gonna tell us he's doing good things for America. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's
so,
that's another topic for another time.
Well,
Trust the plan.
Well, I mean, we're talking a bootleg Trump here with a Jackie Mason character for sure, in my opinion. I didn't get all the details on this though. He signed some deal where they can't get audited. I saw something.
Yeah. You can't ever get audited again, and they're gonna create a $1.776 billion fucking fund that they have no details on, but he's gonna assign 5 people to run it.
1776, dude. That's
Thing
hilarious.
they're calling the slush fund. The slush funds.
But yeah, no, they can't ever investigate him or any of his companies, and it was assigned by his U.S. attorney, and now it's supposed to be legally binding.
How is
like,
that? I'm about to say, like that's like a Bill Clinton era pre-pardon, dude. Like, what are we talking about here? You know what I mean?
But don't worry, Todd's gonna tell us he's doing good things for America.
Well,
I will too, but on another day, if you don't mind.
Parties have done, so it's pretty easy.
I sure do.
He's
Thinks that
yeah, and
he's
relative to
doing much
Paris,
better
because
things.
that being said, the bar's pretty low in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, doesn't have a high bar to climb, actually. And then some of the things he's doing, Jonah, it's not an obvious. It's not obvious. What you are seeing is you're seeing payback because they set up these rules. They went after him. They used all these slimy people to make these phony reports. And guess what? Now they're paying. Now we are paying the taxpayers $1 billion. Is it $1 billion?
Wait! You still believe that that's actually going to go to the people that they've? No, it's going to go to their pockets.
Well, there does seem like there is some weird stuff going on, parapolitically speaking. I mean, I never thought James Comey would ever get indicted for anything. We'll see where that goes. But Comey, his daughter, they've been a big part of a lot of Muppet machinations of the quote-unquote deep state. His grandfather was the commissioner of Yonkers during just leading up to the Son of Sam era, but during a lot of cult murders. He was the commissioner, of Yonkers PD.
But hey,
Anthony Fauci's number 2 got indicted. His second guy in command for a bunch of lies that these guys tell. So some things are happening. I'm not saying everything.
Probably in a good district where they know.
I would love it's happening. I'm saying
they're going to get a bunch of money into it.
Well, I still think the 16th Amendment should be nullified, and that the IRS shouldn't be able to audit anyone.
Right, there you go.
I
So
agree.
there's
Hey,
a positive
Donald Trump was talked about getting rid of the IRS for anyone making less than 100,000. All he made sure was that his family would never be audited.
I think that if we're
Would never
expected
be
to
audited.
account
Like,
for
get
every
the
single
fuck
penny and minute of our time, the government should be able to too, and show it right up there in the books, not
The
hide
only
anything.
person
Well,
who
So
can be audited.
I think the big picture is that it's like the only person in charge of our country is the only person who can lift the 40-something states of national emergency to then put the Constitution back into full effect.
That's a good point, dude, because we are still under the state of national emergency.
Yep.
Yeah.
Since 9/11 and beyond.
Yep.
but I think there's some power shifts that are taking place that are they're undercurrents that you can't see through mainstream news, Jonah, or even your left-wing news.
Well,
There's some stuff
that's
that's,
the news accurately reported anything even before Trump. You know what I mean?
but there's some things that are shifting, like London, England is kind of having a rough road to hoe right now. Throwing everything they got as usual at our country. As London, England starts to lose a bunch of power, more power. A lot of things happening over in the Middle East, like the Strait of Hormuz and all this. I didn't know that every ship that went through there had to pay
real well with the Strait of Hormuz. How's your gas price?
hundreds of thousands of dollars in insurance until just recently. To London-based insurance companies have been running this sham thing for 100 years since they created this whole situation.
Well, it does seem to be a lot of old money versus new money disputes because, again, Trump ain't old money.
No. And he's from a different part of the world than most of our leaders usually are. His genealogy is coming from a slightly different area.
Yeah, dude. He's only 50.
He's not one of the Mayflower, one of the people on the Mayflower.
He wasn't on the Mayflower. He was in fucking northern Canada selling fucking prostitutes.
Who, Trump's grandfather? Yeah, he came to America twice. He came the first time and set up a brothel saloon situation out in Pike's Place Market in Seattle during the Yukon Gold Rush, circa 1880.
And then he went to Whitehorse.
All I had to see was JJ's picture of him and Roy Cohn together.
That's what I want. Release the Roy Cohn files, dude. Release the Roy Cohn files because it seems like everything's connected to Roy Cohn in like every situations.
Where did this picture touch you? Tell me. Oh.
Right.
Oh God. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Caddyshack too, because it was a shitty movie. But
how dare you, sir? How dare you? It's a love tale about a wonderful groundhog dude who's trying to destroy his home.
And a poodle. Trying to find a poodle.
With a poodle.
I mean,
how dare you, sir? How dare you?
How dare you? You hate
pretty much
groundhogs or poodles? Which one?
I mean, as much as it's kind of bestiality, at least it isn't like fucking some old dude trying to pick up a teenager like you normally see in Hollywood.
A Weinstein movie or something. Not your typical Weinstein
movie. You get a little
movie.
bit of Romeo and Juliet situations almost with Jonathan Silverman and Jackie Mason, the actress that's playing Jackie Mason's daughter in the film, who's being recruited into this country club. She's the one that gets him into this mess. And, because she wants to be part of the sorority, right? So I think that speaks to, again, how they induct these folks into these groups through these Greek systems that have long taken over America. And some folks allege that Greek invasion of the U.S. universities and colleges was, in fact, the Illuminati.
Hey.
Yeah.
I knew someone who went to the University of Michigan once. It was my slave.
Phi Beta Kappa.
I was about to say, Clint, what is that? Phi Beta Kappa? Yeah. Because before that, they were Latin societies in college until the Phi Beta Kappa situation.
Yeah, the Phi Beta Kappa is connected with the Illuminati, and the Illuminati is connected to the Mormons.
Yep. December 5th, 1776 at the College of William and Mary.
There isn't a campus that doesn't have handfuls of them.
there's very few campuses that don't have some element of Greek society. And some of them not as many as others, but even smaller colleges have a couple chapters.
Black colleges have these.
That's a whole different. They
That's
consider them a
divine
different group
nine,
altogether,
bro.
man.
It's divine
I hear you.
nine and the Boule
Kinda wild.
Society.
Yeah, there is a lot of America being sold out long before our current era of being sold out, right? In the past. I know we were talking about that a lot on Clint's show the other night, looking at some of that Bill Cooper stuff around those topics.
Yeah, it's definitely, everybody's like, oh, we hate America, and it's like they don't even know what America is, and that they hate corporate socialist America that's been created by international banksters and world British imperialists.
Yeah, and that was news to me. Some of that stuff we were reading in that Cooper stuff. It was a book we were reading from the other night there, right on your show, where the U.S.
Some notes involving U.S. codes and all sorts.
Oh, did you guys go around in turns like you're in 5th grade?
Man, you guys been putting on some killer shows, conversations.
Okay, Phil, it's your
over on
paragraph
Clint's
next.
show.
JJ, you're next.
I sure appreciate those conversations you're doing over on Clint's show. Clint.
Oh, I always learn something every time I come over there and have those conversations.
Oh yeah, God, anybody can jump on there. All of a sudden, fuck, there's 5 super brains on there. Just everybody blowing minds, really good stuff. And then Harry blowing eyeballs out. Oh, it's his shirt off. But
I do think we see an element of the Fabian socialist kind of invasion. Again, these lefty invasions, but the Fabians being one of those groups. Because this is looking back. This is the first film I recall seeing where they're promoting free, no income housing.
Beginning of the project.
Since we brought up the Fabians and the communists.
Well, they're really promoting in the 80s, right? This is when the suburbs are starting to grow. I mean, an element of that occurred during the Obama administration when they loosened the restrictions in around Section 8 housing in many jurisdictions.
Yeah. Just talking about this other night, Caprini Green in Chicago.
I don't know that one, sir.
Was the Rockefeller project?
That was the most dangerous building that anyone could ever step in the hood. I've never stepped in the Caprini Green.
Is that over in Michigan? Or?
It's in Chicago.
Okay.
It looks nice, too. It looks glorious.
I blew Doc Inferno's mind because I showed him a picture I took of the Caprini Green back like 26 years ago, and he's like,
"Oh yeah, he knows a lot about Doc Inferno. Knows a lot about that Chicago like drill rap scene and stuff." It's
yeah. Shout out to Doc Inferno.
Hey,
this looks, are you sure they didn't hit by a nuclear bomb here, dude? This looks worse than Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
Well, like there was no
pretty
power
much
in
what
the
happens.
building.
Give
And,
Democrats control, and
all the gangs ran the buildings. And
I'm told that the America is a nice place, and other places got bombed out by nuclear weapons, dude. But it seems like this shit got bombed out by nuclear weapons, dude.
Democrats are globalists. Put globalists in there.
Hey, wait. Since we're talking about we brought up the Fabian Society, I need to give a shout out for a new book that came out called Stalin's Apostles. It's about Kim Philby and Cambridge 5. It was released just this week. Fantastic book so far. I've been listening to it.
What's the name of that again?
Stalin's Apostles, and it goes into how Kim Philby and Burgess and Karen Kath or whatever the Cambridge 5 were all that's it. It goes into how they were all pretty much a skull and bones secret society at fucking Cambridge, which was independently run, called the Apostles. So that's definitely worth diving into for everyone here. I know Phil will.
It sounds really interesting.
But quite well researched. It's the first time I've heard some of the projects that they mentioned, like Operation Aerodynamic, Operation. So I won't get into it.
What's the name of this again? What's the name of this
Operation
Stalin's
Apostles. Antonia Senior.
Yep, it literally just popped up in my my Amazon. I might have been looking at it, or they heard Jonah.
I downloaded it from Ocean of PDF for free. So anyone who has, you can just go to oceanofpdf.com and it's under the new releases, or just search it, Stalin's Apostles. So you get the PDF for free or the ebook.
Sounds great. I love anything that any stories that relate to like Kim Philby, because that tells you
Yeah, he's an
how
interesting Muppet.
compromised. Well, it tells you how compromised our own intelligence services were, because he was at
Compromised
the
or doing
very
the
top.
bidding of that they're supposed to be doing.
He was right next to the very top of our intelligence agencies. So when he
He was
defected,
nothing, man.
when he defected, he had everything we had at that moment.
He was
Britain
nothing.
and
Even more
the
high
United
up than him
States.
was the McDonald character who was actually sitting in the fucking rooms. He was the British. He was one of the Cambridge Five. He was sitting in the fucking White House taking notes before Philby even got it. He was but they go with the depth in it, and it's one of those ones that I haven't really heard, but I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is just quite more in depth because it's also coming from some of the MI5, MI6 documents that are slowly coming out, and of course they just recently did a fantastic release of other Project Gladio shit within 2025, I think it was, or 2024, but definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, with
Kim Philby, though, pardon me, Phil, real quick, I want to interject here. Kim Philby put the spotlight on Britain.
No, but I'm saying Donald McLean was even higher up than him.
We can trust Britain. I'm just saying his case, his story is you can trust Britain. You can trust us. Our special relationship we have with Britain. They're the ones. That's why when in the news it doesn't make any sense. How's he communist? How is this guy a straight up communist?
I mean, let's be honest. Alger Hiss and fucking Harry whatever, Dexter White were in your government too. So just saying. But it's a fantastic book, and I don't want to derail the conversation too much. But it just dropped, and I've been listening to it when I'm not falling asleep to it because I work way too many fucking hours. But
yeah, pardon me, Phil. Didn't mean to interrupt you, sir.
It's all good. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, you better fucking apologize. I was talking. No, I'm kidding.
Jonah, not no apology, Phil. Sorry.
You interrupted Jonah. Say sorry to Phil.
Yeah, pardon me, Phil.
That is definitely relevant.
I do think we see a lot of this promotion of these ideas of what I would call subverting America's independence with all these nonsense about free income, housing, and all this other socialism we see in the film being seemingly promoted.
Government help is going to help the poor. Yeah,
we're here to help.
Exactly. Look at California. Yeah,
we're the government. We're here to help you.
Give us control and see how well we do with your city.
Look at Gary.
Give us everything.
Look at those projects, dude. I mean, that's a fucking catastrophe, dude. And we see kind of, I think there is a lot of social commentary in this film about a love story of a gopher who, because we did get this old money, new money dichotomy, but we also get the ideas of, a lot of these socialist ideals that are being, ushered in. I do think this is a film with some Weldian social engineering because after we meet the builder, we meet the cousin of the president and his wife there of the country club who's just going to be the foursome on the golf course that day, right? That Diane Cannon lady. And this whole scene reeks of Weldian social engineering, so I'm not surprised she's connected to Jack Nicholson and, who's a Weldian himself. I mean, it's ridiculous.
How can you lose when you're using laser guided putters?
Gunderson was there. He was on scene.
Dude, remember his driver's a 12-gauge driver because it's just like it's a rocket ball. He's like,
pretty funny. It's like every golfer's fantasy is what that is.
Right.
If you're into golf, I love golf. Man, you dream about how can I make that putt? Every serious golfer is thinking, how can I make a better putt, a better drive, a better chip? And so that movie's just
that's how you know Todd's wealthy white. He's like, oh, I love golf.
I'm not wealthy. I'm middle class. If I'm not, I'm middle class, dying poor. I'm middle class, dying poor.
Right? Because we see
Jonah.
we see that going back in the Pizza Man film we reviewed previously here, gents. I think Todd and Clinton were both here for that one, maybe.
Oh man,
that one Kenny made up the joke. He's like, "Oh, I esteem to be middle class, middle class."
Right?
Wasn't Pizza Man Bill Maher's magnum opus?
Basically, dude. Yeah, he
It should
stars in it,
be.
dude. I mean, that's kind of his. Yeah, it's that and that Jungle film, I think, and it's both by
In
the
the
same
future,
director.
when you go to his gravesite after he's passed, they should run a little clip from that movie of him.
We even get a little bit of Michael Milliken kind of action in this film because when they go first pull up to the country club, Jackie Mason and his daughter they're met by China Phillips, right? The sorority girl that his daughter's trying to be friends with, the daughter of the Robert Stack character and the other lady. Well, and they mention about a junk bond salesman that they're going to go meet. They're going to go flirt with.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, 88. I think that might have been after Milken was already under Giuliani's, targets for insider trading. But yeah, I mean, and look at how he's come out on the other side. I mean, he's a philanthropist.
He's a full-on rapist. That's right.
Oh,
Yes,
shit.
full-on rapist.
Well, hey, so is his buddy Leon Black, but he didn't do any jail time or get any restitution.
Hey, wait, I need to interrupt for a minute because I forgot something before I fucking lost my connection because I had my camera on. I'm out of fuck Canada sucks. They're eliminating all the 3G. I live out in the country, so too much power if I put the camera on, too much data. But no, Kenny Loggins.
You've overloaded the system.
Kenny Loggins was in Archer fucking cartoon, bro.
Yes, he was.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched the Archer cartoons, you gotta fucking watch that shit.
No, Archer's great, just for its drops, actual historical drops.
I'm vaguely familiar with this show. I know, I remember being on, kind of, but I don't know much about it.
So you need to watch that one and Inside Out with Christian Slater.
Was Vince Foster connected to Ari Ben Minash?
That's a good question.
Tangentially connected, I believe. I think it wouldn't be, not even a 6 degrees. I think he probably was. Vince Foster had it in his safe, he had national security access. For someone who was deputy White House counsel, he had access that I think surpassed others. And if we go into the whole thing about the Swiss bank accounts that he possessed, and if we want to go into the Chalmer Chip Hayes, that aspect of
that seems to be a very important detail within the Vince Foster story, because there does seem to be a lot of promise connections, which obviously U.S. Air Force Colonel retired Chuck Chalmer Hayes there. He was associated with distributing that as well. So was Glenn Maxwell's father.
Wait a minute, I didn't even fucking notice this. The CEO of the agency was fucking Fabian Kingsworth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I've never seen this. I'll have to watch this.
You need to fucking watch this shit, bro.
Yeah.
I think Adam Reed, the guy who created the show, dropped a lot of parapolitical, deep state references. They talk about, the blackmail capacity of J. Edgar Hoover, even though they called him J. Edna. They talked about Project Paperclip. They talked about the CIA trafficking, drugs in the South Central directly or indirectly. There was so many things. It was kind of like, people used to talk about the Boondocks and how the Boondocks.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's a good one.
References in terms of our covert policies, but Archer definitely did.
What the fuck? Look at those ratings on Rotten Tomato.
Yeah, I said the only time Archer ever changed anything was when they changed the name of their spy organization from ISIS. They stopped being ISIS, which might have been,
Israel State Intelligence Service. What?
Yeah,
that's the Mossad's real name.
Check everybody.
That's the Mossad's real name, and also the organization they started to chop people's heads off. But what?
Well, it's interesting because that Ben Menashe guy, he was the guy that he was one of the informants on the Iran Contra thing.
Yeah, he was playing. He kind of blew up part of that story, probably because he was kind of told to. But then what was he involved with? I think it was a deal for planes or whatever. He wound up getting kind of sacrificed, but I think he still had enough pull that when because he was tried in the U.S., when his case was going to go to trial, eventually I think strings were pulled, kind of like Oliver North. Oliver North was supposed to go to trial involved in his, dealings in and around Iran-Contra. And then the judge threw out Oliver North's case because of national security. And I think the amount of information Ben Menashe knew, it would have blown, so many interlocking relationships between the United States, Israel, possibly the triangle between U.S., Israel, and Iran. Because remember, Ben Menashe he's not Israeli born. I believe he was Iranian or Iraqi. I want to say Iranian,
but that was back under that was before Israel was a country anyway. So how can you be born in Israel if it didn't exist?
Well, in the 1800s, Albert Pike called it Iudea or Judea.
Yeah, no, he just called it the proper term because J does not exist in Hebrew. But coming from someone whose name was allegedly Hebrew with a J in it, I just point out the obvious. It's Yonah.
His father worked for the Nazis, dude. I didn't know that.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
His father ran an import-export business and held the sales rights for Mercedes-Benz. That was a whole Nazi thing during that time.
Born in Iran, but his parents were Iraqi. So
right.
I knew there was a reason why.
Iraqi Jews with Nazi connections, and then they moved to Canada. Totally normal.
And
gas and arms salesman, gas, arms, and drug salesman. Yeah.
Yeah, in his book, Prophets of War, he talks about the different aspects of Iran-Contra, and in the end, how they sacrifice what they do in intelligence, like that sort of limited hangout where they sacrifice one end of an intelligence operation to kind of preserve the one they want to keep going. Kind of like, when you jettison a Nugan hand, but yet you keep a BCCI or,
it's like a chess move. You sacrifice a smaller piece.
Based on the comments in the chat, can I just ask, was Ben Menashe in Pennsylvania in the 1960s stealing the nuclear secrets?
Are we talking New Mexico? New Mexico? Well, he would have been young because Ben Menashe was only born in 51.
I was making a reference to someone else who's allegedly there at the time.
I was going to say Netanyahu's grandpa is from Belarus, Russia.
Yeah, Netanyahu was in Pennsylvania at that time.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's the guy from Pennsylvania running Israel, that guy? Netanyahu? Seems
these are just the president of Mexico, that woman, Steinbaum.
Well, they got the ousted leader of Turkey is in Pennsylvania as well, or was at one point in time in recent years. Pennsylvania's a stronghold for these activities. Always has been for globalism, if you ask me. They're the first ones to let the Vatican in out of the colonies.
And then you got Centralia.
In relation to this movie, back to the movie here.
What movie?
It came out in 1988. 1988 is when George Bush Sr.'s elected. So you're going from... you're going from this
1988 when they had
Ronald Reagan to a globalist...
next week.
Well, what was that, Todd? What did you say, Todd?
Oh, I said you went from Reagan, this kind of movie star, created conservative, to George Bush, who is a full tilt globalist. The kind of globalist you almost wish you had as a president nowadays, because they're more erudite, and at least Bush vocabulary was a little bigger. We went through all these years, and then it wasn't until Obama that we had a president that could speak, with a
how dare you speak
pleasant vernacular, But I'm just saying, 88 was a big year because it was the end of the conservative phase and moving into the liberal, where it winds down with Bush, who's a liberal, to Clinton, who's a...
I think they all kind of. I see what you're saying, sir. I appreciate that your discourse there. I do think you're onto something. I look at more as if they're building on each other and do these same globalist efforts. Whether it's Reagan does X amount within the parameters that he can get away with.
Are we still acting like Reagan ever was president after March?
Well,
30th?
he was. I think he was. There was a demonstrable
after March 30th of 1981 when he got shot.
Yeah, but I think a lot of his folks had allegiance to him and not Bush on his cabinet, especially his kitchen cabinet.
But what's going on here too is it's social engineering, it's cultural programming, because when you move from Reagan to Bush, now you're getting more liberal and you're more relaxed. And they're even doing videos of George Bush where he brings a bag of cocaine in the White House and says, I just purchased this 1 block away from the White House.
From Hunter
A totally fake
from George Bush.
a totally fake
He
video.
George Bush. It was crack cocaine. I mean,
but it's okay. But
Well, he's
But
the
the
one who
point
sold it to
is-
the dealers, sir. Of course, he knew where the source was.
he's like,
He was the
now I'm
source.
going to sell you this to your guy, and then you bring this back in
Yeah,
a
then
smaller
we're gonna
bag,
fake
and
sell
I'll
back here.
give you
Hey,
20
don't
bucks.
forget,
Yeah.
though. Don't forget.
I'll give you 20 bucks for a fucking pound of cocaine. Yeah.
Cocaine.
Well, and you guys got all this cocaine stuff. Got me thinking about Hunter Biden, our future president.
Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally. That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar of cocaine and baking soda.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of these actors and, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack. So
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
anyway, my point about it, your point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Thanks again for joining us here tonight.
Wait.
I
gotta jump
As
in on
always,
that.
brought to you by the fine folks at Jar Mayonnaise.
I gotta jump in on that because I never actually really paid
And Arm and Hammer baking soda. Yeah.
Yeah, but freebasing is not smoking crack because you don't fucking cook freebase.
I think
with
Hunter
fucking
Biden would
baking
disagree
soda.
with you, sir. I think Hunter
Hunter
Biden
Biden's a
would
fucking retard. I've been around cocaine enough in my life to know freebase.
Why would he lie to you? Why would he lie to you, Jonah?
Freebase does not include baking
Hunter
soda.
Biden would not lie to you, sir. Hunter Biden's not that kind of man.
No reason.
Freebase does not include baking soda.
The man is a scientist, Jonah. He's a scientist.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, he knows things in
Have you
chemicals
ever
and
freebased?
compounds.
No, I know you haven't.
You should put a
Oh,
clip
no.
of that Master P song, "Make Crack Like This," at the end of that video.
I don't know. I'll check that out. I don't know that song.
Oh,
Hey, what
man.
about
I
that
just,
one
I
video
hope that
on
guy's
Hollywood?
doing better. I hope
What
he's
about
cut
that,
back or.
Wait. What about that Mickey Rourke fun video I shared with y'all where he's cooking meth in the fucking movie?
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I put it in the fucking group chat. And Clint's like, wow, that's weird.
Oh, I did see that one. What was that again? I watched
from
that.
Spun. Mickey Rourke was
Oh.
cooking meth in it.
I know it was
It's
weird.
Freddie
dude.
Murphy
Mickey
John
Rourke was some
Leguizamo
weird-
movie.
Yeah, it's one of the, and it's saying a lot. One of the weirdest characters I've seen Mickey Rourke play.
That's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot.
It's a fucking great movie, bro. When she's trying to take a shit after fucking meth bender and fucking dude trying to squirt out, and then they showed the toilets like little fucking rabbit pellets. That's great.
Rough day.
Jeez.
Rough day.
What the fuck?
So I do
Have
think
to
there's
take
a
your
lot of
word.
what you're saying there, Todd, about 88 being in this, the more of an explosion of globalism in America.
Yes, transition.
Overseas
The
and
wall
stuff.
was falling. The commies
Wall was
were
falling, dude.
coming around. Scorpions are putting out a song, Winds of Change.
Yeah,
Take
rock
me
and roll for
to the
freedom.
magic of the moment with this horrible
The CIA
song.
wouldn't make that song if they didn't love freedom, sir.
Oh, God. You can tell the CIA wrote it because it sucks.
Well, I mean, in terms of Bush, I mean, don't forget Bush was what was it? I believe he was the UN ambassador to China in the 70s.
He was.
And I mean, when it comes to Bush, if you
Bush
ever
was
read,
the ambassador to the United Nations in 1970. I think he was
That was
ambassador to
before he
China.
was
Hey, he was
CIA
a
director,
Daily
right?
Plaza. Fuck off.
with
He
well,
was-
Yeah, that seems out.
Every-
Family of Secrets, Russ Baker's book, goes into like Bush's kind of like that duplicity. I mean, Bush in '88 when he runs, there was an article in the Nation that talks about after the assassination of JFK, where they were trying to gauge the reaction of anti-Castro Cubans in Miami, and George Bush would be the person to go see of the CIA. And then later on, they're like, "That's not the George Bush you're thinking of." And they're like, "It's another George Bush." And when
Yep.
they were like, "There's another one, but he's an analyst and he doesn't work in that field." And
Right.
meanwhile, one of the
Yeah, and he was only employed for the summer. Employed for the summer.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, and you had, one of the
Night job.
one of the ships in regards to, I think it was Bay of Pigs. I think was well, you had Zapata, and I think one of the ships was called the Barbara. So, like, I mean,
Yep.
George H.W. Bush had involvement in CIA covert ops, and yet they tried to disguise it. I mean,
And
Bush
Zapata ties
doesn't.
into Bin Laden.
Yep. Yeah. Bush
Yeah,
doesn't
Texas,
win that
Zapata
election.
oil,
Bush doesn't
the
win
whole
that
Cuba.
election if Lee Atwater isn't his chief strategist. If Atwater isn't there, Bush probably loses to Dukakis.
Hey,
And to be
is
honest,
he related to Sean Atwood? Oh no, that's Sean Atwood. Never mind. I was gonna say, but I'm retarded.
Well,
Well, no,
it's
Lee-
interesting because Zapata Oil is still a corporation. They're now the HRG group. Now they've over the years have evolved.
Oh, they're only
into
worth
this.
$2 billion US in 2017, bro. No,
It says they went
defunct.
defunct. It says they went defunct in 2018 with a revenue of $5 billion. So I wonder where all that money went. I don't know much about this company. I just assume Zapata Oil went out of
cocaine and
business.
hookers, cocaine and hookers.
They
Can't
connected
they
to
not?
Nazis.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they were connected to Nazis.
Wait. Harbinger
Oh, dude, they're
Group?
definitely connected to Nazis.
No,
Look at the-
Harbinger
look at
Group, though, right? That's
And then
the
lots of
actual name.
STD treatment for crab creams. Oh
It's all
god.
it's the Harriman brothers and Prescott Bush. That's Hitler's bankers.
go up a little bit though, JJ, because I saw a name there. Because do you know who Bush is related to?
George Herbert Walker.
George Herbert Walker, if not George W, is, and I just recently went over. I saw the name Laterno in there, as in
Oh.
Mary Kay. I fucked my student.
Oh,
Laterno.
I wonder where that Muppet came from, right? She recently passed from some sort of cancer. Right? Oh, I see it right there.
Yeah.
R.G. Letourneau.
Eugene Meyer, is that
Yeah, from
GM?
Vermont, hey? Oh, all right.
And who is
Oh, wait,
that?
no,
R.J.
That's
Letourneau.
whiskey. I'm retarded.
He seems to be some sort of Vermonster, sir, from Richford, Vermont. Manufacturing offshore drilling assets were sold to Marathon, so it looks like drilling, oil drilling.
Is there a coon in the mix?
What are you
KUHN?
talking about? Some coons around here, boy?
Raccoons.
And another horrible movie that I'm going to go ahead and recommend, directed by Al Ruddy.
Oh, CIA
Coonskin.
alert! Watch out for R and his Muppet friends. I haven't seen him tonight.
Coonskin, directed by Al Ruddy, right after Longest Yard, right after fucking Godfather. But it's an animated comic based on the same guy that did Fritz the Cat, and it has Barry White as the voice in it. Coonskin.
Barry
Well,
White.
before we get to
Yeah,
that
Barry
one,
White.
Jonah. Before we
No,
get
I'm
to
just
that one,
recommending for everyone to watch it. It's fucking, that's social engineering at its best, coming from the Rand.
what's the name again? What's the name again?
Coonskin.
Coonskin. How do you,
COONSKIN.
okay, got it.
Well, I mean, again,
It's
we definitely have
already-
a lot of social engineering here because we get the old money, new narrative versus new money narrative, old versus new money narrative. When we get the introduction to Chevy Chase's character, one of the only connecting principles to the bit about the spoon gets me every time, though. As ridiculous as that whole scene is.
Pretty ridiculous.
Born with a wooden spoon in his mouth. He said, "That must have been rough on your mother."
Yeah. Chevy Chase plays that spoiled character that doesn't even know that he owns the golf course. How much money do I have? And
He is that spoiled character looking at his heritage. He's playing that role well.
Has sex with any women that he comes across. He has all the money, doesn't care about it. He just comes and goes to sleep when he wants, does whatever. It's probably how he lived. I mean, at the time, I'm guessing.
He played golf in his house.
Right.
That's the dream.
Yeah, it's
probably in real life, you know. They say a lot of these Hollywood characters, they base them off of who the person really is, and you kind of look at these.
I mean,
some of these guys
strikingly similar to how Chevy Chase, the rumors and stories and some of the videos we saw last week, him snapping to that reporter, asking him some questions, very simple questions.
Spills his drink, dumps a bunch of stuff over, everybody laughs. Falls over, trips over something, everybody laughs.
He's a dick to everybody in this film, right? Isn't he calling everybody's cards in the card game and shit?
Oh yeah. Well, he shit on. I mean, the movie hadn't even been finished, and he was already like knocking the director. You know,
he knew.
And I said, you know, I mean, to find a good Chevy Chase story, you might have to dig pretty hard.
Deep.
Yeah, I mean, it's every movie he does. Even the movie they did about the making of SNL, the movie that came out a couple of years ago on Netflix, Saturday Night, which was
they couldn't find a good Chevy Chase story. One polite thing he did for anybody.
Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman's kid was in that as Dick Ebersol, and I think it was I want to say it was Ivan Reitman's son, Jason, I think, who did it, but whoever directed it, I think it was him. But Chevy Chase basically at the end of the movie was like, "Well, I feel very sorry for you," something along those lines, or you know, like that was
real sad. Yeah, sad
him
comment.
Just being himself, and yeah, meanwhile I'm like, well, yeah, the movie isn't great on him, but I mean, I think it's a good movie.
I didn't realize the writer of this film went trans.
Which film?
Caddyshack. It's a story about a ghost.
Our director got his name written down here. Crazy ass name.
They were hanging out with the dudes from the Matrix.
Our director's name is
Bill
Alan
Blasky.
Arkush.
Oh, sorry.
Arkush. I'm going Arkush. Arkush.
Trans, dude.
Sounds Canadian, yeah. Arkush, doesn't it?
Sounds very biblical.
And they even say her notable works now, but I do enjoy Back to School, Real Genius, Armed and Dangerous. I could do without Guarding Tess. WKRP in Cincinnati, dude, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
He was the producer of that.
Because standards were so low, though, JJ. Standards were so low at the time. Almost, too.
Dude, it seems like I'm going to credit Harold Ramis for the
Earth Day
Dangerous
special.
Is classic.
Wait, the Earth Day special. Are you fucking serious?
Who is it? What
yeah, Back to School was good. Back to School was good. With Rodney Dangerfield.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It was good. Great. Man,
yeah, that same
you know what Caddyshack 2 did? It made Dangerfield look so much better. It isn't that Jackie Mason's a horrible comedian, but Dangerfield fit that role so much better than the Jackie Mason character.
Big time, dude. So the director has an interesting background, huh? While at NYU, he worked at the Fillmore East as an usher, stage crew member, and in the psychedelic light show Joe's Lights. Is that Joe Dante, his business partner?
Did anybody look into Joe Dante? You guys know anything about Joe Dante?
Yeah,
I saw his name come up. Okay, yeah, I saw his name come up. I didn't have time to...
Bob Cocaine Evans. Don't worry about it. Bob,
there you go. That's where Bob's coming around. He's hanging out. Yeah, hey, tell me what Alan Alcush is up to.
So and that's where Bob gets all of his guys from, like Francis Ford Coppola here, all of his stable of actors and whatnot. But yeah,
the films starts out with the film was, what did it say? An Alan Arkin film. That's how the movie.
Alan Arkush.
Arkin film. But Alan Arkush was the director. But Alan Arkin's name is attached to the top. But I don't think he's in it. I don't think Alan Arkin's in the movie. I'm sure he isn't.
No Alan Arkin.
But he's connected. If you look at the first movie, an Alan Arkin film. So Alan Arkin made sure this got made.
Todd, what drugs were you taking
Is this a
when you watched
bit?
it?
Another thing I wanted
Alan
to mention
Arkush,
was,
or Alan Arkush.
yeah, that's the director.
Right.
But the guy that wanted this film to be made was
Alan Arkin. Dude, we got a double Alan here. Is that what you're trying to
We got two Allens. We got
Double A?
We got a tale of two Allens.
That's
We
a
got
quadruple
A,
A
we got a
because both of
fucking
them's
Alex
first and
Napoleon
last names start with an A. And you could probably use both those names as first and last names, depending on how weird you were. Anyways,
Like Chandler Young.
this guy really liked.
Why are Armenians so fucking weird?
This guy, Alan Arkush, he must have been a Ramones fan. And when you look into his history, he says he made Rock and Roll High School probably his most famous movie. It was even better than Caddyshack 2, of course. Which movie isn't, but Rock and Roll High School.
Very low bar.
Who didn't love Rock and Roll High School in 1976? It was the coolest anti-establishment. Anybody that lived in 1977 or 76 watched Rock and Roll High School.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm familiar with it. I've never seen it, but I know what.
Oh, you better watch it. It's got all the best Ramon tunes in it. The Ramones.
Yeah, I like the
Because
Ramones, but for you to say they're anti-fucking establishment, come on, get real.
Did I say that? What did I say? I said Alan Arkush. Even his name sounds wrong. Yeah, Arkush.
I was on the wrong page there. Yeah, he has an interesting filmography, right?
Fuck off, Todd.
Anyways, he made 3 or 4 Ramones movies.
Yeah.
He started with Rock and Roll High School.
Rock and Roll High School.
And said that because he went to his high school in New Jersey, Fort Lee, that movie Rock and Roll High School is based upon pretty much what he saw when he was in high school. I don't know if he saw the Ramones or some stupid stuff.
In this? Ron Howard's creepy ass brother, dude.
Every creepo's in there, yeah.
Wait, his name's Clinton after like George Clinton?
Clinton Angle Howard, buddy.
So are you telling me Ron Howard's related to the Clinton dynasty of the fucking
Howard's not their real name, dude. It's Beckenholt.
So Alan goes on here. Alan Arkush.
His brother's named Clinton after the bloodline, isn't it? Because they usually do that shit.
Who's this ugly?
Sounds German, dude, and his grandmother's or his mother's name's Tomlin.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. I bet you if he's named Clinton, he's tied to that George Clinton and Tamercy Hall fucking bullshit. And that's why he's pushed on us.
Tammany Hall. It's possible.
Who gives a fuck? It's Tamercy. Who would have fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Anyways, JJ, couple other things I want to throw in here about Alan Arkush. So I went to his movie.
Not Alan Arkin, okay.
Not Alan Arkin, Alan Arkush. I went to his movies, and Rock and Roll High School is the one that he's most well known for and loved. Yeah. Anyways, he did
I never got into the Ramones, dude. I don't understand the Ramones, I guess.
Hey, the
Ramones did some killer tunes, JJ. At the time, you're like, wow, that's the coolest shit you ever heard. At that time,
you had to be there, is what you're saying.
We don't realize. Yeah, we don't realize. Now we're looking back. It's probably doesn't mean the Ramones were created and their songs were created by the CIA. It means the whole market was captured by the industry. And so you can just kind of look at what was occurring, and they were one of the bands that they were going to push. And they were in movies before they had big records. They were in Rock and Roll High School by Tonight's director. That did Caddyshack too.
Is that because of the Germans one or the Japs one? Because we get a little bit of that.
Louis C.K. was in this movie. But anyways, if you bring up that imagery for Ron Howard.
That situation is playing out everywhere, every day across America right now.
Right? That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, we got away with dealing with dissenters.
If you bring up the thing that I sent you in the chat about Ron Howard, I decided to look up to see how far
I feel like this is more of a Bryce Howard focused discussion. You're just claiming it's a Ron Howard.
But I find it really interesting that he comes from Tomlin, And then they also the Deweys too, but then they also don't fucking list that one above Beckenholt, right? So they're why aren't they listing that shit? And it's only
Yeah, something tells me the Mormons have got this plotted out, sir. I'll get back to you on that one.
But I just thought that was really interesting because you know, when they named the kid Clinton, it's just like Jefferson Clinton, whatever fuck his name is.
Oh well,
Or
look here. It says
Clinton, but
they're
with one
Plantagenets, dude. They're Plantagenets. It says.
Yeah, the house.
And some sort of they have some sort of Italian ancestry somehow. That's interesting.
Yeah, so there's some really fucking weird things about him, and just like as soon as I saw Tomlin, you think like fucking Lily Tomlin, right? So
That's what I was thinking, dude. Yeah.
And then you know, there's also the Deweys in there, which is obviously Thomas Dewey, all that bullshit, right?
Could be the same Deweys. Could be the same
New
Deweys.
York fucking
A lot of
politics.
French stuff, dude. A lot of French stuff in their heritage.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder if there's a French society intersection there. That's a lot of French shit, dude.
Yeah, and like I say,
Tons of
as soon as you
French
just
shit.
tell me someone's named Clinton, I'm automatically thinking they're coming from that Clinton family out of fucking Tammany Hall. Or Tammany.
I don't disagree. We see a lot of tomfoolery out of that same faction, including the Civil War comes out of that faction. So.
And then the Tomlin
That is
connection
interesting.
is really interesting because let's be honest, Lily Tomlin fucking sucks. She's fucking ugly. She's disgusting, and how the fuck is she pushed on fucking people?
I don't disagree, sir. Thankfully, she didn't ruin Caddyshack 2 any further than they ruined it themselves. But I do think there were some certain elements around this lawfare situation where we do see some of that Pete Quaid as well. That's Pete Quaid right there. Now, he's been speaking of years about this kind of deep state of Hollywood where he calls them star killers and stuff, I think. There's some
star killers.
Squad, right?
Or star fuckers.
Star whackers. I think it was
star whackers. That's what it was.
There we go. That's it, sir. What are your all's thoughts on that situation? He's been pretty vocal about that.
Well, first off, if you're gonna try and brand something, you gotta come up with a better fucking brand name than Star Whackers.
Well,
he sounds like from what
he's not even the better Quaid. He's kind of the lesser Quaid.
Yeah, he didn't have the looks. He was the funny one. He wasn't the good-looking one.
He's the Danny DeVito.
He was the funny, big, spooky-looking one. He wasn't the good-looking Danny Quaid. But
you just tell us who you think is a good-looking dude, okay?
What can I say? Except Randy Quaid, he had his moments. Yeah.
Okay, there, Todd. Happy
What's
birthday,
that, JJ?
Happy birthday.
That's right.
Did you fall off a ladder, Todd? The
35 yesterday. Yeah.
No, that's bad intel. Todd's ladder free since '93.
Whenever they ask me for ID, I'm like, oh yeah, here you go. I just turned 16 yesterday.
I got blown off
and buying some booze,
roof, bro.
But anyways, Randy Quaid, he funnier than hell in that.
Actions after Randy Quaid, is that what you're telling me, sir?
No, but who hasn't ran into a Randy Quaid at one point or just like that type of character?
Right now.
Randy Quaid was pretty serious at a certain point in time. His career didn't go so good. He was, kind of like without work and on welfare or living on whatever freaking.
Well, they stole his house, he says, right? They said they got a power of attorney for him, dude.
I think it was his manager.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't put him under conservatorship.
Where we heard that story before, his manager got all the money.
Well, it's interesting we get this power of attorney element to his life because I would argue again that this what we're seeing in this film is some weird echo of some regard of something we don't quite understand in this universe of where ideas come from or the elements of time because or someone's just so much of a hack that they use this film as a plot line in which to plot an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Because what we see here is after all this lawfare fails, they hire an assassin to stalk Jackie Mason's character on a round of golf at Bushwood. And it seems like after all the lawfare failed against Donald Trump, this fellow named Ryan Ruth, who has
wait, you believe that was lawfare?
Didn't quite see it like that until you mentioned that tonight, but here we go.
Well, sounds like that's right. Here we go. Because
there it is.
That was lawfare, not some stage show.
Well, we'll get into that, sir. That's certainly possible. But when we see this element to the film and all this, it is eerily similar. But thankfully, the hero of tonight's film saved Jackie Mason's character here, the millionaire builder or developer, real estate developer who's coming to buy up Bushwood. And again, Donald Trump, real estate developer, owns a lot of golf.
Archetype. It's archetype.
Yep. Thankfully, tonight's hero, the Gopher, saved the day, dude.
I mean,
His camo looked like Russian or British camo.
I mean, if we're talking archetypes, Donald Trump also did make all his money off of government funding and, having the taxpayers pay for his buildings with his name on it. But that's just the obvious.
We know you're a big fan. It's pretty obvious.
You're just jealous. You want a gold-plated phone too?
I to fuck my daughter, bro.
You want a gold-plated Trump phone too? So we know. It's we all want one.
I got my Trump temple code, bro. I'm waiting on the third
she hasn't
temple.
spoken with her father since his conviction and the apparent attempted suicide in the courtroom. Tonight, her plea for help.
He's my best friend.
Through tears, Ryan Ruth's daughter, Sarah, laments over her father's conviction.
I don't think the truth has been out there.
What is the truth?
The truth is my dad does not deserve this. I know he was just trying to just get the point across that it wasn't, Trump was not the right person to be elected. And he wasn't trying to kill anybody.
On Tuesday, Ryan Ruth was convicted on 5 federal counts, including attempting to assassinate then-candidate Donald Trump, even trying to stab himself in the neck with a pen when his conviction was read. Ruth opted to represent himself in court. I asked his daughter why.
We're not rich. We don't have funds. We don't have the means to hire a private attorney. He felt...
If only they did, the case would go on.
Look at her.
I agree that there is a larger psychological operation at play there for numerous reasons. There, this narrative of his daughter saying, "Oh, boo-hoo, we don't have money. My dad just tried to kill the president. Boo-hoo." Like, that's a little ridiculous. But when we look deeper into Ryan Ruth, dude, it's hard to say that this is the one I don't think that Donald Trump was behind it. You know what I mean? Like, this one seems to have an element of Muppet shenanigans of a non-Trump variety.
When you hear the symptoms of Ryan Ruth, he's pro-Ukraine, like he went to Ukraine.
I was going to say,
he was fighting along the Ukrainians. So
which one of us would not kill ourselves if that was our daughter?
Nothing in common with you, but I'm here now. Bill Clinton, Obama told me to come over here.
Well, and his wife, it's often reported as his girlfriend or his fiance, so it's reported incorrectly, worked for Les Wexner for 31 years as the Victoria's Secret district manager here, Kathleen. And here's Ryan Ruth. Wow. We see him as a cracked out dude, right? But here he is in Hawaii with his wife. And they own a home worth nearly $1 million together there.
Yeah.
It's sort of narrative in the public that doesn't seem to match
your average home. Probably your cheapest home is $1 million in Hawaii, but he might not be rich in that sense.
I think we're focusing on the wrong aspect there. What I'm saying is the idea that his daughter's crying on TV, they don't have money. His wife was a district manager for Victoria's Secret for 31 years. She suddenly gets terminated right before all of that, months before that.
But isn't he the same one that was convicted of like weapons of mass destruction in the 90s and then fucking somehow still has a passport?
Exactly, dude. Exactly. He has a whole history of fucking shenanigans, dude.
When you hear the term
bullshit.
When you hear the term Wex Westner, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Jeffrey Epstein he gave Jeffrey Epstein everything he had.
Yeah, this lady worked for Jeffrey Epstein. She may have worked for Victoria's Secret, but we know after 1992 that Jeffrey Epstein had the power of attorney for Les Wexner.
From Greensboro.
So she literally is an enterprise of Jeffrey Epstein directly connected to it. A district manager of Victoria's Secret, they don't, that's high up in their corporation. She's there for
that's high up.
She's over there in the Pacific.
That's a trusted position there, yeah.
Well, why you
near Fort Bragg, though?
Well, hold on. Yeah, well, with this connection right here, because Air America, which Wexner and Epstein bought, ran their same trade routes from the same Fort Bragg drug trafficking channels of Bill Colby, go fuck yourself, or our Muppets. and we see that that's a stop-off point, refueling point, and she's the Hawaii district manager. I'm just saying she's dealing with the import and export essentially into America. That's where they're checking in, right? As an import, they're getting tagged on things and they're transporting things. Other than that, she seems to serve an interesting logistics role in the whole matter. Yet no one talks about the whole Epstein element to all that.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they don't. Epstein almost spans every single field and
Yeah, he does,
industry,
doesn't he,
and
dude?
But
he's in Hollywood.
He's
He's in
everywhere and he's
industrialists.
nowhere.
He's with scientists. He's with
I'll go back to the
politicians.
point that I made. Never trust a fucking
He's in
dude
England.
36
He's over in
of
Europe.
atheist board.
Well, name
He's
an
going and
incident that's
kissing
not
the wall.
connected to
Yeah.
Epstein. Name a current parapolitical incident or Muppet shenanigans that's not Epstein adjacent or Epstein connected.
There is. You can't
the
almost
Wendy's
find
spicy
anybody
chicken.
that's not connected to Epstein. It's like
of 2026.
he's like the 3 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
He is, dude. He's
Oh,
connected.
fuck, RR's
he's
here,
the fucking
bro.
devil.
You fucking just invoked the demon.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. No, I really do think that not only is Epstein connected to everything, I think RR's connected to everything. I think RR is my number one suspect.
I
for
think
the-
Well,
RR
why don't you give us-
I told you, fuck.
RR channel, how dare you show up so late? Go fuck yourself.
I just want to know how
Continue
you
on
didn't know
with your
fucking RR was
activities,
trying
yeah.
to grab your dick and fucking Charlie Kirk's grave.
Yikes. Oh, brother.
What?
You didn't hear about RR channel fucking stalking JJ and the other JJ?
Yeah, the leading theory is the Mormon dentist that other JJ and I ran into at the Kirk site at UVU was in fact RR channel.
The best part
That
though
was
I said
that's
that
the leading
whole
theory. That's
fucking
everybody's
time
kind of
he said
bet
it,
on.
right?
I
the
don't
whole
doubt
time.
it, dude. The guy looked like a Muppet.
The whole time
The
I
more
say
you
that
hear
in the
about
chat,
that
and he's
story,
like, no,
JJ,
and
you
JJ
had
need to lose weight.
the more you hear about that story, you had to run into one of them. They got to have that place staffed with people that are going to come out and meet you. If you get anywhere
for
near
sure,
the paved over area,
Yeah, if it wasn't
Jesus
literally RR,
Christ.
it was figuratively
I mean,
an RR.
cheese and
you know what I
rice.
It was literally RR.
mean? Oh shit, it was Ryan Ruth, dude. Holy shit, dude. That's who RR is. Ryan Ruth.
Man, his daughter's fucking ugly, bro. She's fucking
Ryan
hideous.
Huth or
Easy,
Ryan
sir.
Huth or
His daughter's fucking hideous.
You know how we know that was a real trial, right? Where he allegedly tried to stab himself with a pen in the courtroom? Because we have a cartoon drawing of it. That's how we know it's a real trial.
Yeah, well,
I mean, there's no cameras in a federal
first thing that
court,
comes
bro.
to my mind, I'm going to stab myself.
I'm just
With a
saying, dude,
pen.
if he's disconnected to the upper echelon of the Wexner franchise and Epstein franchise, how do we know any of that's real? We see what Epstein got away with for so many years.
But wait. Based on that story, let's go ahead and give a shout out to that fucking the Croatian guy fucking from the Hague trial where he fucking drank the poison when he got his sentence. That was badass. I forget his name, but he literally fucking.
Is
stood
this
up
a
to
recent story?
I don't know this one.
Oh man, I gotta look that up. But no,
Is it recent?
No, it was like 2017.
Okay. I might have seen it.
Sounds tragic.
No, it's fucking badass. They have the video too. You can watch him fucking
Tragedy.
drink poison and die.
When you lose your life and you got no time, it's tragedy.
I don't know
Sorry,
that
give
song.
me the opening.
So I guess I appreciate you gents for joining me here tonight to get a little GCD on these matters.
Bosnian Croat.
I thank you folks of the interwebs as well for joining us here tonight to get a little GCD. We'll
Oh,
pass
thank
it
you,
around the horn
JJ.
as we bring this thing in for a landing. It sounds like, Jonah, you got some breaking news.
No, it's not breaking news, but I got the story of that guy, so I gotta give you his Wikipedia so you can bring it up. And anyways, don't be a fucking communist. Don't be a fucking RR. Hit the fucking like.
Thank you, sir. Yes, please do. Thank you all for, and also support your local science store.
And if you bring up this Wikipedia I just shared with you, check out the mug on this bastard. And when they
This isn't
when
a
they
real
convicted
person.
him, yeah,
This
it
is
is.
a Muppet, sir. It's a Muppet.
It was at the International Criminal Court in
With
Hague.
a name like this,
when they read-
Slobodan Prolajak, dude, that's a Muppet name, dude.
No, that's a fucking Croatian name. Don't you know any fucking Croatian?
First thing you think of is slob. He slobbed on himself.
Yeah,
Slobodan.
Well, hey man, there's the fucking president of that shit was Slobodan Milosevic. Like, get the fuck out, dude. You guys know any Croatians?
He didn't do it any justice either, dude. The name's Slobodan.
Look at his cause of death: suicide by
I guess
cyanide
it's slightly better than Gotchko Susak, dude. It's slightly better than that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, all the man, I got nothing but, dude, I got nothing but.
He jacked on himself.
Dude,
Suicide by cyanide. No, dude, he went the way of the Nazis. Dude, were there a couple Nazis that did that?
Dude, no, you have to watch the video. I'm not telling you to put it on YouTube, even though it's on YouTube.
No.
It's
Let me watch that.
wild,
None of that dark web stuff.
Continuation loop. Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
Up and vibrate 6 times and down. Yeah. That's how bullet reacts.
Has anyone in the chat watched that fucking shit though when it happened? That was fucking wild. Now that's a real man.
Unfortunately, ruined my week watching that video.
Oh, you've seen?
Oh, shut the fuck up, Todd. You live in Arizona. Like, that's gonna ruin your week.
No, the Charlie Kirk, unaliving video.
Oh, dude, how'd that ruin your week? How'd that ruin your week? It's Charlie Kirk.
Ruined my week. I was ill that week. I was having a bad week last year. As that went down, it was a bad week for Slobodan. Yeah. Anyways,
Charlie Kirk was a pariah before he got shot. No one fucking remembers this shit because all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my god, they shot him on TV."
I don't think he was a fish, sir. I think he was a piranha.
Fucking angles for it. You don't watch it because it's a fucking trauma.
any way you look at that situation, it was a live sacrifice. It was a sacrifice live on TV.
Yep.
So whatever side you like it, you don't like it, yet you're on. That was like a mass trauma event.
Like the blood capsules to like put some on the security guard's hands, who like carried him instead of fucking getting in a stretcher or fucking like these guys are like.
There was a lot of again, the selling it as an assassination doesn't mean it was an assassination. I agree. There was a lot of elements of lack of assassination evidence or proof of their end, but
the event wasn't even cool. The smoke from the 30-06 hadn't even settled before there was conspiracy shit flying, and it's got deeper every minute that it's went along.
He saved everyone else's
so
life.
You wonder about these events if they're not like we're talking about here. They're creating them. They're not organic.
That was pretty connected to Epstein, sir.
Yeah.
Once again. And speaking of tearing down that scene, dude, and that evidence of that scene, they're tearing down the Epstein cabin at Interlaken. Did you see that one?
Not see that. Where's Interlaken? Where's that?
That's by Traverse City, Michigan.
Clint, I hope you got that
contract. There in Clint's area, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that's allegedly. Well, we know he's financing that with a scholarship. He had his own lodge there. He stayed at. Other folks stayed at. It's basically it's a summer camp where all these up and coming Hollywood folk go to. All these these future stars.
It helps them out. Helps them out.
It's recruiting for him, I believe, right? So it seems like you know the name Anthony Rapp.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You know the face
Mitch
Anthony Rapp.
Anthony Rapp was one of the first people to accuse Kevin Spacey of sexual abuse.
And he says he got raped by Spacey in '86. So I look to see where he was at.
He's from Chicago. What's he say about Barry Soetoro?
Well, I don't know about that, sir. But when I looked to see where he was at in '86, he was at Interlaken during this experience that he said he had with Spacey, and we see the later
Jeffrey Epstein's.
Well, we see the later connections between Spacey and Epstein. So it begs the question of when did that relationship begin? And did he rape him at Epstein's spot or connections to Interlaken?
Spacey's connected, Spacey's got connections to the royal family. He's
dude.
Welcome there. He can sit in the Queen's chair. I don't know how many actors can go over and sit in the Queen's chair, where the hell he did.
Well, it's because he was banging Prince Andrew, the man formerly known as Prince Andrew.
There you go. Might have had something to do with that.
It had a little
He
bit to do
was
with
in
that.
theater troops. Was a bunch of probably real
Mountbatten.
happy guys, but you know,
So
Kevin Spacey.
it seems like Epstein might have a deeper relationship with Interlock, and I do think that this might actually be him. In this, he'd be, I think, 16 years
Tell
old.
us about Interlocking. Tell us about Interlocking.
Well, this guy looks a lot like Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein would have been 16. This man right here is allegedly 16, or this young man.
It's got cum on his face in that picture.
Yep. So that way you know it's Epstein.
He's the outside guy. Yeah.
This isn't the promotional picture for 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Right.
There you go. Cars for Kidneys. Yeah.
Hey, that little dork next to him. I've seen him in movies before. The one with the big fucking ears.
Well, here's the deal. So this is what I mean by no one wants to talk about these things, and then everyone shitcoats it because then that picture rolls around.
Oh,
the
no
interwebs.
shit! He's actually got his face there.
Well, hold on, sir. Intervention. It goes around trying to
Is that
claim it's
Alistair
Jeffrey
Crowley
Epstein,
back there? No.
Bill Barr, John Podesta, and Jim Jordan. And, for this to be Barack Obama, dude, Barack Obama's 6 years old, allegedly, when this is taken. So that's...
Yeah.
And he's in Indonesia running a fucking... or helping his mom run a fucking genocide.
A very developed child.
He's definitely not anywhere near Africa.
He's in Indonesia when his mom's running a genocide with fucking Sotoro involved in Sukarno and Suharto. Like, get those fucking names straight. You're talking about the Croatian and Serbians, goddamn. Sotoro, Sukarno, and Suharto.
Those sound like made-up names, sir, but I don't know what you're saying, but I believe you.
JJ, I gotta admit that
Malaysian, Indonesia.
The one character that stands out in this movie for me, even back in the day, was that Dan Aykroyd character.
For sure.
The way he described, like you said, he's that Dylan Roof. He has all these skills that he can lend to you, but he's how do you put it? He's clumsy.
He's
might shoot himself. He's in it. Kind of like the people that probably are running these operations are. Even we like to think of the Navy SEALs coming down. They got Osama bin Laden, like in the movie, Zero Dark 30 or whatever the fuck, which had few picture movies.
Tell me that's not CIA propaganda, sir. That happened for real.
I'm just saying, we like to think we are trained in our Hollywood programming to think of Tom Cruise that he can fly that ship through the mountain and he'll fight them Russians.
If anyone can do it.
And then this guy in our movie tonight, Dan Aykroyd, he probably is a more accurate representation of these guys and these agencies. Because what guy are you going to find to go against morals and your oath that you sworn to do the right thing? What kind of character are you going to find to do these dirty operations?
Hunter Biden would do it, sir.
I mean,
just give him a
Dan
job.
Dan Aykroyd played that. I hated the voice. They must have asked him make up a voice because that's one of his worst characters. That's one of Dan Aykroyd's worst voices.
Yeah, it's a weird voice, dude. It makes you wonder who he's trying to mimic.
Like he's something's wrong with him. Like he's weak or.
He's trying to mimic Dan Bongino.
Wonder if Dylan Roof's voice is like that. Weak and very weird.
Dan Bongino.
So, well, as we wrap this up, fellas, we bring this in for landing here, gents. Well, it's what are your biggest what's your biggest takeaway from the first time you've seen it till your most recent viewing there, Phil Z, special agent of the Dewey Decimal Agency?
So I mean, it's been probably 30 years between viewings on this.
Right.
I don't think it's that bad.
Did it stand up to the test of time?
It has its moments.
Well, it hasn't gotten better. It hasn't gotten worse. So yes, it has
I mean, how can it get worse?
I look at besides that sort of class struggle and sort of the upturned noses that the white collar have against the blue collars. Dan Aykroyd is kind of like that brain damage covert operator, and yes, I will refer to you as Mrs. Esterhaus.
Right.
I mean, it is goofy as shit, but it's that line is quoted a lot, and it does give Chevy Chase that last good line. So let me get this straight. You poll, I suck.
Yep.
Is there any money in it for me? I mean, is there, like,
Classic.
You know, it's not bad.
He's looking at him like he might do it if there's money in it, which is funny.
Hey,
Chevy Chase.
$20.
Jackie Mason is not Rodney Dangerfield, but at the same
No.
time, Rodney Dangerfield, like, they did many, many takes for that first movie to get things rolling.
Make it work.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and
Yeah, they were different personalities in the first one that were meeting together. That's why the first one's probably kind of disjointed. They don't all connect. Just classic.
More cocaine
characters.
on the first movie.
More cocaine. That kind of more cocaine
on
makes
set in the
movies
first
look
film, more cocaine in the
disconnected.
writer's room on the second film.
It's like, what happened here? How do we go from hot tub to time machine?
Speaking of which,
snorting some
everyone
cocaine.
tune in next week. We're doing Hot Tub Time Machine. I already fucking watched it because
No,
JJ
no.
said we were doing it this
No,
week. But
hey,
then,
I might double hot tub time machine next week, sir. We might be doing that. It's possible. I'll let you know.
yeah, you might fucking switch it out on me. But don't worry, I already read a great book about an entire time travel theory that is really intriguing to me. But I'll bring it up next week. The boat of time theory, which is kind of more interesting than all this bullshit that you see in movies.
It is time travel month. Less socialism, more time travel next month in an Occult and Esoteric film review.
Yeah, so
But JJ,
again,
you got to give us advance notice on some of these movies. I didn't have time to watch it. It's a good thing I saw it 10 times.
Yes,
This
sir. I
movie
agree.
tonight.
I need to do better.
Don't worry, I didn't
wanted
watch
to
it
push
either.
this
I
group
fell
together.
asleep to it 3
You're the
times.
odd
And
man out,
please,
so I forgot
and please, JJ, send Jin the Ninja an invite on
we'll
any
do.
one
I'll
of
reach
these
out to him
movies
for
ahead
sure.
of time.
But it would make it a lot easier if you joined Twitter. Then that way, then you'd be in the same message group, but I wouldn't forget.
I'm on Twitter. But I haven't been there in like 20 years
he's a
or
fucking
15
boomer.
years.
He's a fucking boomer.
I signed up and was on there for 3 weeks and then went back
He's
like
probably
15
got a
years
shit
ago.
ton of
But
fucking like kink
is that
fetish
how we do
fucking
it?
follows.
Couldn't you just do it easier? Just invite him for one of these Wednesday shows.
I'll
Why don't you
definitely reach
fucking
out to
invite
Jen.
him?
He's got my Twitter. He can contact me too as well. So
Shout
Why don't
out
you
to
invite him,
Jin the
Rod? Me
Ninja. On Jin the Ninja's show, Threshold Saints, Dr. Morte, do Morte,
oh yeah, Dr. Inferno's Demento Mores.
Dr.
It gets a little
Inferno.
confusing, doesn't it?
Demento Inferno. He's got like 3 names. Trying to figure out which one it was. His show's dropping from.
Just call him Doc.
His show's dropping from Jin the Ninja.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I didn't know
Yesterday or whatever when him and Jim was on there, and then I went on right after Dr. Inferno. So those shows are both dropping if you want to hear my crazy shit with
I will check
mixed
those
with
out.
Jim's.
Yeah, Dr.
That's pretty
Inferno
cool.
has always got some barn burners, as do you, sir.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I love what you guys were putting on the other day, that show about the Nazis, psyops.
Well, I appreciate it, sir. I always appreciate the kind words. I'll definitely check those out. What do you got? Give me a name, Clint. Give me a name. What do you got there, sir? Any closing statements? Any thoughts? Questions? Reviews here? You go
well,
for
maybe
character?
someday we can buy the copyright on Caddyshack.
Hey,
remake it.
channel needs to shut the fuck up.
Our channel
Hey,
don't have $100.
No
Dude, come
more
on,
talk about me.
hey,
you
he
wanna
just wants your
put up
banking
a fight?
information for the
Well,
CIA.
don't you just let me be?
Go ahead,
I'm
Clint, I apologize. Sir, what were you saying?
Sorry.
All right, yeah. Well, maybe we can remake that movie someday. It's pretty rough. It could have been good.
It could have been better. I think they had a purpose. You know what I mean? Their purpose wasn't doing a sequel to Caddyshack. It was using the sequel of Caddyshack as a vehicle into which to distribute some political and social fucking commentary.
Hey. Gerald Hall wants Todd to sing us out. Gerald wants Todd to sing us out. It says next week's going to be a Hot Tub Time Machine. It's one of your some Home Sweet Home.
I'm all right. Home sweet home. Home sweet home. I hate that song. Tonight it's horrible. I'm Motley Crue.
Are you and Clint going to be going over to Clint's channel, Todd?
Yeah, we're gonna jump
that
over
what
to
you're gonna
Clint's
sing us
channel
out
until my
to?
wife kicks me off the internet.
All right.
Hell
Well,
yeah,
I'll
the
join
herpes
y'all.
flare
Any
up.
song you want. I've been practicing my Bob Dylan. Hey, people say 1, 2, 5. Trump got elected. You dress real nice. Now you better pawn your golden ring. No, you have to kind of get into your Bob
Now you
Dylan.
better plant some fake
You
shoes
used
for it.
to talk loud. Now Trump got elected. You don't look so proud, and you left standing there, baby. You want to make a deal.
That's what Trump does. He wants to make
It's
a
not
deal.
my best Bob Dylan, but if you
Yeah,
catch me
making
when
a
I'm
deal with the
super drunk.
IRS. An unheard of deal with
How's
the
it
IRS.
feel?
But
Trump
he
got
fights the
elected.
system.
Oh,
I try to post your link in the chat there, Clem. I don't know if it worked right. It looks like it's coming all funky. Like, let's try it. No,
Yeah, I
it's
can
still
see
doing
it.
funky stuff.
anyways, if I have to get on Twitter to get you to get a hold of Jen,
Come
yeah,
on
I'll do
down,
that.
sir. Yeah, join us over there. And folks of the interwebs, thank you all for joining us here tonight to get a little GCD. I thank you, gents, as well. Any last final closing statements before we call her in here?
Hit the fucking like. Join Patreon. Operation GCD. Fucking drop $1.
Thank you,
You
sir.
fucking cheap
Love your
bastard.
show, always fun. Donate to JJ.
I
Help
appreciate it.
JJ do this full tilt, full time.
Well, I
I mean,
appreciate
he's
it,
living
sir.
in Mexico right now, so all he needs is 1 peso.
Share his show. Share
It's
his
a long
show.
way down here. Anyhow, well, I
Share his
appreciate
show.
the kind words. Appreciate your all's time, and see you next week for some time travel.
Right
Peace.
on, JJ.
Well, that's it. That's the show here, folks. So the next time you're out on the town, visiting your local watering holes, or perhaps just meandering around, and you hear the unmistakable sounds of metal clanking, and you spot signs of a disturbance, well, check your six. Look in that garbage can, 'cause you never can tell. The GCDs may be loose in your town.